Hi everyone, welcome back. Floozie in the She Shed. Welcome to the She Shed. My name is Jill. I am so glad you are here. You have to forgive me. I'm not 100% today, but I have not done a little like gather up and tell you what's going on thing in a while. So today's the day. How are you guys doing? I hope this finds you well. It is the middle of summer here. I know that in a lot of places you guys are looking so forward to getting in that fall mood. We are still sitting in three-digit hot weather in Texas. Today, as I am filming this, it is, gosh, let me get a look-see in. Today is August the 8th. Today is the day that my mama died in 2016. So I got a lot of things on my mind, you guys. I don't do this very often. I try really hard not to break down or get upset here on the podcast, but as you can tell, I'm just really not myself. We lost my G-Dog Sailor. I know a lot of you were following his story. I know that you guys love my daughter Carrie and Sailor as much as I do, but I don't have words to express what it feels like to lose him, because he was just, there was no other dog like Sailor. He came down with cancer, and Carrie was able to come home to where she calls home with Sailor, the place that they've been the longest, and be at home when he passed. So I'm very thankful for that, and I'm very thankful for him because he was her best friend. He went with her everywhere. They did everything together. Everything that they could do together. He had some limitations because of some injuries he had had. So just keep her in your prayers, and just know that I'm not myself today. Okay, so it's a day. Today is Tuesday. I'm going to have the True Crime Book Club tonight, so this won't be posted today. Not sure whether to be tomorrow, probably tomorrow or the next day, but at least this week. I also want to say that if you are expecting prizes from me, no, they haven't gone out yet because I've just not been up to it. Last week we had the grandkids here, and so Momo's been tired. We took the grandkids home on Friday and came home on Saturday. We met them halfway. We stayed at a motel. We got to go swimming in the pool and visit a little bit, and then the next morning we got to go to breakfast, and then they were off and we were off home. We got home, I don't know, midday, whatever. By 7:30 Saturday night, I was in bed. And then I got up at 6:30 that morning. Couldn't lay in bed any longer. Had to pee. My back hurt. My bursitis in my right hip was hurting. Time to get out of bed. I was up for a little while, and then about 2 o'clock or so, I laid back down, took another nap. That's pretty much how Saturday went. Oh my goodness, it's just been, and then Sunday was not a whole lot better, except I did get up Sunday, and I don't even know what we did Sunday. I'm really not sure. So, the week with the grandkids was wonderful. I have a lot of things to show you. I want to show you what I'm drinking. I usually don't have it with me, but I am drinking community coffee that my daughter sends me. This coffee is made, produced, everything in Louisiana and distributed across the country. And I am drinking pecan praline. I love this little nutty flavor that you get from this. It's so good. Oh. And I wanted to show you, I use a disposable K-cup for doing my coffee in my Keurig, and I use these little filters that I get from Amazon, and I just put that in my little disposable, and I fill it up with my coffee, and I put this down, and I clip it and put it in my and then I just take this and I pull it where I have both the top and the edge together like that, and I pull it out and I dump it, and I don't have to clean that little thing out. Matter of fact, I really have to remind myself every so often to wash that little disposable deal, because I do this with it. But if you had not heard of that, I will try to leave a link down below to the ones that I purchase. So that's what I am drinking today. I'm going to be talky. I'm going to be not be able to have words, all those things. There is nothing on Tawanda because I finished my crochet top, and I have washed it, and I want to talk about what it how I feel about it. So this is a top that I'm calling my crochet Barbie top, and I wore it out the other day when we went someplace with the grandkids. I had no problem wearing it. I was not hot because there was air conditioning, and I just had like a regular little, not a t-shirt, but I had on a spaghetti strap underneath it, and I had my boho pants that I got from Teemu. If I remember, I'll put a picture of me wearing it here for you to see. And I will explain to you how I did this, okay? So, I simply started by making two sides. So front and a back. I cast on, I'll have to go back and let you know how many stitches I cast on. But I cast on stitches, I chained it. I chained stitches. And then I did several rows of half double crochet. I think I did like four rows of double crochet, half double crochet. And then I did 2 double crochets, skip 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the next 2 stitches, chain 2, skip 2, 2 double crochets to make this mesh stitch. And that went all the way across. And then to do this mesh stitch, I continued that to build on that in the very same double crochets. So there was no bouncing back and forth like you do on some meshes. On this one, I did it where I continued the mesh stitch in the same stitches. And when I got to the top, I just stopped. When I got so many rows, I stopped. And then I made another one just like it. And then to put them together at the top, I did a tab. And I did a tab on front side and the back side, and then I stitched the two tabs together here. And what I did was I just kind of measured where I wanted that to hit, and I put the tab there, and then I just did coordinating tabs on the back side. And my tab was like 6 stitches of double crochets, and then 2 rows of that to make just a small tab. That's all I wanted. And then I also stitched them together at the edge. So at the edge of the piece I stitched together, and that made a peekaboo right here. Okay, so that's how that went. And then on the sides I did another tab. I went so far up, and I did another tab front and back on the side of the piece right here. And you could put it wherever you wanted to. Now I will say this, I decided I wanted a peekaboo on the bottom as well as at the shoulder. But if I were to do it again, I would not have put it together down here to do a peekaboo. I would only have stitched it together like I did right here, and I would not have put a tab, because I noticed that when I'm wearing it, this tab tends to stick out wrongly on the side. So I would just stitch it together at the top and at some point somewhere along the sides, and then leave the bottom undone. And I might even take these out and do that, because I'm just not crazy about how that looks on. Super easy, you guys. I will try to write it out for you, and I will, I don't know that I will do a tutorial, if I will have time to do one with everything that's going on in my life, but I will try to write out what I did so that you guys will know, and maybe put some pictures with it. But I love it, and I love this yarn. It is a pink sparkle. I love this yarn cotton, so I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby. I was able to use 4, so I used 2 on the front side and 2 on the back side, and that's all. And I had only paid like $1.74. Was it $1.74 or $1.24 for the yarn when it was on the big sale, Hobby Lobby sale? So pretty much a $5 top. Can't beat it. Okay, so that's done. Now let me get a drink here. Serbs is doing great. He was resting just like I was. Got a lot of sleep time in, didn't you? It's not time yet, Bubby. It's not time yet. It is not very far. The time of day that I am filming this, it's not very far from his lunch. Oh, so good. So, met Chelsea. Oh, I did finish something else. In my Naughty Knitting Sack from Katie over at Naughty Knitting Sacks in Cummings, Georgia. This is the one that has the skeletons in it. This is I take this everywhere because this is kind of a canvasy bag, and it just holds up no matter what. It is just, oh, it's great. Great to take with me. I finished a hot pad. Now, I had started this in Colorado. When I had gone up to Dad's the last time, I was able to go to a craft night at Who Gives a Scrap. And someone there had asked about this pattern, and I said, oh, I've done that before. I've done that pattern. And so I showed them how to start it. Well, I finally finished it. Finished it on our way to drop off the kids. And I used the Peaches and Cream stripey, but I don't remember the colorway. And this is what's left of it. Okay. And then I started another one using the leftovers from another Peaches and Cream stripey. And I'm making it a little bit bigger. And this is super easy to do. You guys probably know how to do it, but you chain however long you want it to be. And then you go down one side with single crochets. When you get to the end, you put 2 single crochets in the end one. Then you come around the bottom side of your chain, and then you put 2 single crochets in the other end, and then you join with a slip stitch, and then you go round and round and round, and you don't join again. You just go round and round. And when the 2 sides meet together here in the center, when you fold it and they will meet, then you just sew it together. And that's what this seam is right here. Because this is actually the bottom right here where I started, okay? But you fold it that way, and when the 2 sides meet, then you stitch them together. So that is my card. Oh, I might have it. Oh, this is it. I didn't even know. Lavender Meadow is that one. And the other one is Beach House. I didn't know they were in here. Okay. And I always have to make sure that that is by my purse, because I grab it and I put it in my purse to go with me whenever we are doing stuff in the car. Okay, so I met Chelsea, and she gave me a box of goodies. She paid for this pattern, and it's kind of hard to see the picture, but you can go and you can look for it. I'm going to try to make this guy. You guys know I don't do very many of these, but I'm going to try to make this guy. This is the baby Treeman. This is a pattern by Katydid, and it is based on the character from Star Wars. It is Groot is the character that it's based on. So I'm going to, oh, here's maybe a little bit better. So I'm going to attempt to make that. So that pattern, Chelsea gave me this box. She and I had talked about it, and I'm really glad that she gave me this. I'm out of these boxes. I'm gonna have to order some more. So this gives me another one. Now this is going to be a giveaway. I'm not going to talk about this too much right now, just so you know that she brought me these minis. She brought me this guy because I had used this guy and I want to do all of them on a project. So she brought me Oscar. I used him to make something previously, and she brought me fruits, the fruit roll, and then all of these are minis. And like I said, I'm not going to show you any of this because this is going to be something for a future thing. So you will be seeing these again. She brought me back my These are bags that I send out. You guys sometimes will get these. I order these from Sticker Mule, and they have my one of my logos on there. There is a little Notions bag. This is kind of cool. It opens on the end like that. There is a matching mirror. That's cool. A pen, which is teal. If it's teal, it's teal. This one is a tool pen for me to try. I may have some of these in my cart on Amazon. Just saying. But I've never tried the Tool brand, so it's T-U-L, Tool. She also gave me, there was a bracelet in here, and I do not have it on today, but it fit me great, and I am going to be wearing it. These are, let me read it. Lip scents. This is the ones that I wear whenever I do my Friday night crime, or when I go somewhere, or just want to put lipstick on. Sometimes I do it when I'm on here. These are the kind that you put it on and you can wear it, and it will not come off on your cup and stuff. It's called Lip Scents. And that little coin purse or whatever is from this brand, so it must have been something that she got with it. But there are several different colors here for me to try, so that's awesome too. She's not wearing them. So then she sent me a couple of little pattern booklets. I gotta go through this because I got a lot to show y'all, so buckle up. But this is my first time with a Premier Sweet Roll. The first time I ever saw these was on Ross, the Smell Great guy, Smells Like Yarn podcast, and I think that he used this particular one to make one of his Ross hats. Oh, it smells good. It smells like Chelsea's house. Her house always smells good. Okay, this one is the watermelon, I think. Yes. It is 174 yards and 100 grams. It is a size 4, and it is a absolute perfect 4. And it's called watermelon. So this is really nice feeling. It's not super duper soft. It's got, I can see why he would use this for his hats, because this is going to have some stitch definition and some structure to it, but be soft at the same time, especially knit. Awesome. Y'all leave me a comment. Let me know what you have made with the fruits. I know that Jennifer at Cinnamon Stitches has made several things with hers, but I want to know what you guys have made. Okay, now I've been throwing stuff in this bucket. So now we're going to get in this bucket and see what is in here. Oh, I did a Teemu haul not long ago. And in that Teemu haul, I had gotten some handles for purses. And they are the plastic, like, loops, okay? And you can just see them in this. This is what I decided to do because one of those straps broke on me, and this is what I decided to do with it. Oliver picked this color to go with this one. Here is the lobster claw. I'm going to use this as a bag pull. Okay. I had an interruption. Dad called, wanting to get an update on what's going on over here. So Anyway, what I was going to say is I'm going to use this as a bag pull, and it has a natural like S thing going on, and so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it and attach it like that, so that it's like kind of like basically in half, you know, so I could put it on like that as a key fob, but I'm going to use it as a bag pull is my idea. So what I did, I attached the yarn, and Oliver picked it out. It's the same yarn that I used for one of my cowl designs. It's this from Made in America. It's a cotton, bulky cotton. And I'm using I used my little caddy for it. Worked out wonderful. And I just attached it around the edge. I'll show you. Here's the edge of that right there. And I just put it in and started it and just did single crochets and went. Some of them I did 3, some of them I did 2, and some of them I did 4. It just depended on how it was laying and how they were going in there. And then I went around this and then back up the other side and just crocheted it right onto there. Now it is a lot stronger because this is the part that broke. It broke somewhere right in here, and now I have 2 pieces. So I'm going to make bag pulls out of these. So that's done. Okay. Now here's something else that I finished. Okay. I finished the mitts and the cowl, the convertible cowl and mitt set from Annie's Caring Crochet Club. I finished that. Here is the cowl. It's a very mindless thing, very easy, very mindless thing to do. This is the cowl. And then here's the mitts. Very easy. All you do is you do it flat, and then you just piece it, you know, sew it together. That's all you do. And they tell you the numbers, you know, to skip. You skip, you slip stitch through several of them, and then you go down. It's such an easy pattern. And this was using that coffee shop yarn. I could have made, in the pattern they say you can make a hat with it. I did not make the hat. I would have had to break into the second cake. They gave me 2 cakes of this. This is the coffee shop yarn. And I did not want to break into the second one. So I just made these. And I'll be sending that off. Okay, also, I got the rest of my Joann's yarn. So this one is from Minnesota, Edina, Minnesota. Ooh, that one's pretty. And you'll have to excuse me, I had to turn my air conditioner on behind you, so it may be something that you hear on the video. Sorry, it's just way too hot in here not to. So again, this is the Casey cotton, 100% cotton, hand-dyed, fingering weight, 472 yards on 100 grams. And look at that. That's probably my favorite. Somebody asked me in the last video, Where's the teal, Jill? This is called Coastal Blue. There it is. I like it a lot. Okay, so there's that one. The next one, feels like there's two in this one. Came out of Katy, Texas. I like these Joanne bags. They open easy. Oh. Oh. Okay, the first one is another speckle, and it's the blue speckle. Nice. Same contents. Oh, that's nice. But you know those two could go together. And then this one is called Raspberry. Came undone. Raspberry. You could almost do planned pooling with this one because it has this at the end and then the rest is one color. You could do a planned pooling option with this one. That's cool because Barker Wool, she is going to be coming out, she says, with some new patterns for, is that all of the Joannes? Yep, that is it for the Joanne. So that is 8, 9, 10, 11. The only one I could not get that they had that was out of stock was the purple one. Sorry, Chels, no purple. Okay, and then the last thing I have for you is my Teemu order. And I know that there were some craft related things in this order, so I waited to open it. Oh, it's my sweatshirt. I ordered another shirt. I wanted it to be, this one was a little different style. Oh, it's a different material too. Ooh. I wanted it to be more of a long one that I could wear with leggings. Oh, that's nice. Perfect. Perfect. It has some ruching down here at the bottom. I don't know if y'all can see that, but down here at the bottom it has ruching. Oh, I like it. Has a little fold on the sleeve. Awesome. Let's see what size I got in this. If it says. Oh, there it is. I got the 5XL. But this is 95% polyester and 5% spandex. Excuse me. Wash inside out, but you can machine wash it. And you can tumble dry. So it's got a little bit of a stretch. Ooh, this is great. Because the last one that I got was not quite, it had ruching down at the bottom, but it was not quite big enough to wear like a dress with leggings. So I'm excited that I can do that with that one. That's good. Okay. Oh, yeah. I got a pin. I'll try to leave a link to everything. If I can remember. This is a pin that can go on your it'll go on the bag. Here's what it looks like. You pull it off and it has a post. You push that post through your bag and then you use the back. Works really good. And then you have a pin for your bag. I like that. Oh, I got 2 of them. I got a blue one and I got a pink one. So the blue one has, okay, they both have a white crochet hook. That's awesome. I will probably put these on bags where you will see them better. These are going to kind of disappear on this busy bag here. Awesome. I don't know what's in here. Okay. So I got 2 sets of these in different sizes. Does that say what size this one is? This one is the 2mm and this one is a 4mm. I've never tried these before and I wanted to try theirs because the other ones that are out there are a little more expensive, and I thought, why not try them at a better price and see if I like them. They were out of some of the sizes. These are the ones I could get. They are metal, and then they have like a vinyl over metal cord. The join feels pretty good. So these are knitting needles, the nice point on them, and there are it's a set of 3. And what you do is you have, like, what I really want to try doing is want to do a hat, and instead of having 4 of the double points, I will have it on 2, and I will be knitting with the 3rd. You could also use them for sleeves. You can use them to make socks. Anything you're doing in the round. You could also do a small project with them and just use 2 of them and go back and forth. Yeah. So these are the sticks. That is the 2mm, and then I got them in the 4mm. And the 4mm is the size that I generally would use on a hat. I will let you know how I feel about them. The join feels really good right here. These seem like pretty good quality to me. That's awesome. I'll let you know. Okay, and then I got one more thing in this bag. And it is a set of stickers. There's 120 pieces in here, and they are paw prints. And these are the stickers that you can put on things. They actually come in 2 packages. And you can actually put them on the side of your tumblers and things, your laptop, anything you want, and they will. You can wash, you can wipe over them. You can put them in the water to a certain degree, but then after a while, if you do that a lot, after a while they will come off. Oh, these are pretty. So these are going to go out in my packages to you guys. These are going to be prizes. Oh, awesome. 2 packages of them. I usually include some sort of stickers in things whenever my packages go out to you guys. That is everything I've got. Everything I've worked on. Oh, one other thing I've worked on. Hold on. I've been working. I started this on our Friday night crime night, the Stitch and Crime podcast on Friday nights, and it is going to be a baby blanket. I'm using the James C. Brett Marble Chunky, and the colorway I believe is called MC45. I absolutely love this color. I have another one of these also. And this is how this colorway is playing out. Isn't that pretty? It's just got so many colors in it, and the way that it marbles on its own. I love to marble colors together, and I love how this does it automatically. It is just, I just love it. I'm doing it in all garter stitch. I'm basing this on the pattern that I made called a Easy Knit Triangle Shawl. I reposted that video, that tutorial for you in my community page recently, and you just do that based on the Grandma's Knit dishcloth, and I have a tutorial for that also, where you cast on 3 stitches and then you increase on one side, you knit across, you turn, you increase, knit across, turn. And with this one, I did not change it up and do any stockinette or anything. I'm doing it in all garter stitch. And when it gets big enough, then I will decrease and go back the other way. So I had marked it right here. To this point right here was 100 stitches across. So I went from 3 to 100 right here, and I am at about right there where that marker is about 22 inches in width. And most of the places that I'm seeing that want you to donate a baby blanket are wanting them to be at least 42 across one direction. So they like them to be somewhere between 42 and 54, roughly. I had been planning on doing it to 36 and calling it done. So I went ahead and marked it there. And I will show you how at some other time. This is getting to be too long. But I used my new gadget that I got. This is a Knit Keeper cord, and this is from the Blue U. I've shown you how I got those off of Etsy. And I used this cord. It is so easy to use. It worked out wonderful. But you just take it and you put the end of your needle into the end of this tubing. Okay? And you kind of push it on, give it so it's got a little bit of a grip. So that it's on there just a little bit, and then you simply just push, and they go off onto this tubing like that. Now you can do this so that you can hold your stitches if you wanted to use this needle for something else. Maybe you're making two of the same thing and you're going to knit them together. You could do that. But here's my cord. And then when I get all of them on there, then you just pull that off. And now all of my stitches are on this cord. Now here's what's great, is that now I can put some stoppers on the ends of this. I can put some little clamps like you could do. I keep these right here at my, I could put these little clamps on here so that I won't lose my stitches. If you were trying to make a garment, you could try it on. But I did this when I was at that point right there to measure out how many inches that I had. So I know that I'm going to have to go probably that much more, which at this point it was 100 stitches across. I'm figuring I'm going to have to at least go to 100 to 200 stitches for it to be what I want, and right now I'm at 113. So I've got another little bit to go before I'm done with it. But this has been the thing that has been keeping me happy at the moment, is doing something where I don't even have to think about it. So I'm going to feed all these back onto that needle in a minute and keep going. And that is all I've got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed today. Thank you for joining me here in the She Shed. I do hope that you got something out of this. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. I'm up to about 3,300 subscribers. I would love to get to 3,500 subscribers. I just like to make little goals for myself. So if you could share it out, I would appreciate it. And I will talk to you again soon. I do my best to shout out anybody that I am in contact with throughout my journey here on YouTube. If I have been in contact, if I have bought something, if I have watched somebody and I see something, I try to share it out. And that's all I ask, is that if you watch me and you got something out of it, tell somebody about it. And that's how it works. And then we can have a real community. So I love y'all. Have fun today. Keep my daughter in your prayers, and I will talk to y'all again soon. Bye, everybody.